Hey guys, what's up? It's Rainy here coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the New Year's resolution thing that we had a couple of weeks back. I believe it just ended like a few days ago and you can't do it anymore. It's like the 11th or something. But I wanted to talk a little bit about it because I feel like I had something to say about it. So, to start off, I'm going to go through the rewards. Now, the rewards are quite cool, actually. I quite like them. They're pretty fancy. So, or no, they're not fancy. They're funky. They're funky. It's actually great. So, you have 3 different outfits you can get from this. You have the normal disco outfit. You have the no, I think it's the funky one. So it's the normal disco outfit, the funky disco outfit, and the super disco outfit. Now, the only difference is that the normal one is purely blue. The second one, I believe, is very pink. Very, very pink. And the third one can be recolored. It's slightly different color, though, to the other ones, so you can't actually get the exact same tone of color on the super one as you can with the previous 2, but I was slightly disappointed with the super one. Now, I say this because when I got the outfit, it was so freaking neon green in the inventory, and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. Equips it, and it's just completely dark blue. There was like nothing neon about it at all. So I was like, okay, is it green because they like kind of green screen it so it can turn into any color? Like, you green screen the green into whatever color you want. That's what I kind of made sense out of it, but I was like, none of the colors look neon either. There was a very nice purple color though, and that's what I went with. But still, I was expecting the most bright neon green thing just to flash in your eyes and blind you, like the purest disco colors you could imagine. So I was slightly disappointed with that. But moving on to the emotes were actually very funny as well. They didn't disappoint with those. I have to bring them up here though. So there were 4 different emotes. You have the Do the Robot emote, which looked pretty much like the robot thing, though I thought we had something similar to that in the past. This one actually looks better, even if maybe I remember wrong. We also did Can I Get a Whoop Whoop, which was great. So he just kind of bends down and does like a thing with his hands. I'm not actually a dancer in real life, and honestly I've kind of avoided dancing. Though granted, I've seen Just Dance 2017 with the Nintendo Switch, and I'm kind of wanting to get it. But there's also a Shimmy Shake, and then lastly, but not leastly is not a word, we have the Jazz Splits, and I don't know, these emotes were just great. As with previous emotes from things like this, I believe it's the Living Dead one as well, from the previous task event thing. They're just great. I love them. And I'd say they're worth unlocking because they're so funny. But by far the best one, and I have to mention this one as well, is the walk animation. So the walk animation is basically an override for your standard walk. Now, normally you'd just be standing like I am in game right now here, right? But there's a ton of different ones. I say a ton, there's not that many, but there's maybe like 10 now. Different ways you can change this walk. And basically, the idle animation was quite cool. I mean, sometimes you just do like a little clap and you just stand around. But the best one was the walk animation. So there's a run animation as well. It's not special or anything, to be honest. I don't really care for it, but the walk when you're just walking, it's the freaking most great thing I've ever seen in my life. Just like the zombie one, I cried laughing when I saw it the first time. It was the greatest thing, and it happened again with this one, and I was so happy when I saw it, because it's like you're just walking down, like, it's kind of disco, and then you're like, hey, and then you're like, pew, and then it was just the funniest thing. I loved it. Granted, I haven't been using it much because there's I believe there's some kind of bug with it, and they've hot patched it or some shit, so it hides your weapons no matter if they're sheathed or not. And I don't really like that, but for the walk itself, it's just freaking amazing. I love it. But those are the rewards from the event. You could also get like a ton of experience lamps and shit like that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the card task things in general. So I'm gonna say that I don't really like these events because, and I don't know if you guys like them or not. I think people like them because they're not generally as, I guess, pay to win as most content from Treasure Hunter is. It's very friendly towards that in some cases. The Halloween one was not friendly in that regard. I mean, I think it took like 6 hours to do one card there, and you had 5 days to do it, so you were basically grinding a lot. But this one was, the tasks were far easier, and I don't like the event, so I'll say that I did end up cashing out and getting some stars to skip things. Mainly the ones that I didn't really want to do, the ones that took a little long to do, but didn't give any good rewards, so medium level tasks maybe, like, for example, I can think of one, the agility course one from the Halloween event. It wasn't the Halloween event, Halloween tasks, where you had to do the lap, I think 20 times, and it took about, I don't know, 15 minutes to do it, 17 minutes on average, I think I did it. You get crap experience because it's a level, I don't know, 50 course maybe, and it's designed for level 50s to do, not level 99s. So I did end up doing that one, but I was kind of wanting to skip it. And things that took generally more than 30 minutes, I tend to skip as well. There was a couple of things I could do, but I didn't have the motivation, to be honest, at that point. I was in like a down period. I wasn't really motivated to play at all, and I was kind of playing other games at the time. So I was like, I still want these things. It's not going to take that many keys. I think because I did like half of the tasks and then I skipped half of the tasks, I think I spent like 100 keys. So I mean, that's fine for a promotion. I think if you purely skip it, like a couple of friends of mine did, I think it took like 250 keys or something, which is, I guess, the standard for promotions to take. I think it's about that anyway. And I think that roughly is like $25 or something like that. To skip content, which is funny, and then get the rewards. We actually do that in 2016, 2017. We skip content with money. But anyway, so I got all of the rewards, and I'm happy with that. But I'm not a fan of the events, even though those events, those task events, have given some of the fanciest rewards and some of the funniest rewards as well. Like the Zodiac training event, I'm pretty sure it was 2016. It was February 2016. So that one got us the Zodiac costume, which is basically just a giant dragon head, a giant dragon body, or a giant dragon tail. And the concept art, or not the concept art, but the fan art of that thing was great. Like, I saw somebody on Tumblr, I can't remember who it was, which is a shame, but I should give them a shout out. They drew, like, the World Guardian with, it was basically just the end of a dragon, like a tail. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen now. It was just the funniest thing ever. So that's from the task things. We've also had the great things like the zombie walk, which is freaking amazing. Because I don't think I have any footage purely of it, I'm just gonna grab it now. So this is what it looks like when you're just standing around. You also have like a moan you do every so often. Right on cue, so it's like boom, and then the walk goes like this. It looks great. It looks like a proper zombie, you know? And then, by far the best thing, though, was the run for this one. So, for the new one, I like the walk animation the most, but this one, by far, I like the run the most. So, your head just kind of bobbles backwards, and your arms just kind of flop behind you. Kind of like Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy when he runs. It's just the freaking greatest thing. But yeah, XP waste, let's go back to thieving. So yeah, despite not really liking events like this, I still find enjoyment in the rewards from them. And, I mean, I wish they didn't do them anymore, because I prefer normal events, kind of. But they did improve this one quite a lot compared to the previous one, so I have to say that this one was better than the Halloween one, by far. Specifically also because during the Halloween one, you got these brain stickers that you could skip things with, like tasks with. but you couldn't do anything with them afterwards, and they just converted to 20 coins. So you're essentially getting 20 coins on the treasure hunter thing if you've done the thing after, if you've done the event after you get more of the tokens. But this time you can actually cash them in for experience lamps, prismatic lamps, I believe, which was way better. And honestly, it's one of the, I think people enjoy it. I think they get good feedback on it purely because it's not as pay to win. It's actually possible to do without actually buying it with real money. So in that regard, it's not the worst thing, honestly, and it gives, like all the other events where they have tasks you have to do from Treasure Hunter, they give great rewards, so I have to give them that. And I'm definitely using some of those emotes in the future for something. I have to think of something, but they're just great dance emotes in general. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback or want to share your thoughts about the New Year's resolution event, you can do that in the comment section below. Also, if you like these kind of, I guess, commentary videos, do let me know as well. Give the video a like. What I'm trying to aim for with these is basically, you guys like me streaming, so surely you'd like me talking about things, because that's essentially what the streams are. So just covering my thoughts on things. I know you guys ask me all the time in game as well about my opinion on different things, so I figured I'd share some that I haven't really talked about, because I didn't really talk about this at all. I hope you enjoyed that, and I want to talk a little bit about the Guthix Memorial, so I'll upload that after this one goes up, and I'll talk a little bit about that, because I finished it now. You can see I got my comp cape back, and just my thoughts on it, and general stuff like that, because I did upload a stream of it, and I also have a little story time video that's going to be going up as well. So I'll see you guys then, or for the next stream. Rainy.